So if you think your passport card is just for little trips to Canada or Mexico here and there, you got it all wrong. This little wallet-sized ID can open up a whole different world of opportunities for you that you may not even realize. Hi, I'm Sheldon with US Passport Service Guide, and if you find advice like this helpful, be sure to like and subscribe so we can continue bringing information like this, like we've been bringing to readers and viewers like you for the past 20 years. Oh, and if you have questions that we don't answer, be sure to drop them in the comments and we'll try to get back to you as soon as we possibly can. So let's get to the big one first. A passport card counts as a form of real ID. As of May 7th, 2025, all travelers ages 18 and older need to be able to provide a real ID to board a domestic US flight. Sure, there are workarounds and the TSA can do some advanced screening if you don't have one, but that's only a temporary fix. Who knows when that's going to get rescinded? Everyone's going to need a real ID eventually. A passport card checks that box. A passport card also works as a real ID at places like federal buildings, nuclear facilities, and military bases. So if those are places you see yourself having to enter and exit on the regular, a passport card may be a handy way to do it. For that kind of frequent use, a passport book is a little bulky, and if it gets bent, damaged, torn, you're going to have to get a new one, and that's really expensive. A passport card is way more durable, and it fits in your wallet. Seems like a no-brainer. Another use case for a passport card that people often overlook is that it is a rock-solid second form of identification. Think about all the times in life you're being asked to present two forms of ID for something. Opening a bank account, like a checking account or a savings account, getting a loan. Now, if you have a passport card tucked in your wallet right behind your license, you can pull both of them out at the same time and you are good to go. No more searching that lockbox for your birth certificate or finding that utility bill. You have what you need in your wallet. A passport card also works as a really great form of age identification. Things like going to a concert or going to a club or going to a bar, you need to be able to prove how old you are. Well, a passport card has your date of birth and it's an official piece of documentation. As one of our viewers pointed out though, it doesn't have your address, which is actually kind of handy. Have you ever gone to a club or a bar and when you're standing in line, they scan your license? They're also taking a picture of that license, and in some cases, they're selling that information, including your address. So, it may be in your best interest to have a form of identification where all that's on there is the state where you were born, your age, and a photo. They get the information they need, they don't get any extra that they don't. And let's face it, a passport book is a lot bulkier and a lot riskier to be carrying around than a little piece of plastic that tucks right behind your ID that you carry with you anyway. Another consideration in this day and age is being able to identify yourself to government agencies. A passport card is a government-issued ID, so it fits that bill. So if you're on a government website and they ask you to take a photo of an identification card to verify your identity, a passport card works. Similarly, if you're stopped by a government official and required to provide identification, a passport card will do that as well. In emergencies, having a passport card on your person can also be a lifesaver, even if you're abroad. So while a passport card cannot get you on an international flight and it can only be used in travel to certain international destinations, it's still an identifying document issued by the United States of America. So a lot of cruise ship passengers will get a passport card. They'll bring their passport book with them to be able to do all their customs identification that they need to embark and disembark. But they'll keep their passport card in their pocket while they're out and about on an excursion. That way, if anything ever happens, they still have ID with them, and the cruise could get their passport book back to them should they separate from the vessel. Another comment we've gotten from a lot of readers and viewers over the years is that a passport card is almost a must if you're a military family. It makes it super easy to get on and off base without having to lug other forms of identification with you. And again, it's cheap, it's durable, and if something happens to it, it's not incredibly hard to replace. So speaking of savvy viewers, one of our commenters pointed out his strategy involving the passport book and the passport card. He staggers their expiration dates by a couple years. So that way, when he has to renew his passport book and he mails it in, he still has a passport card as a form of identification and something he can use if he needs to travel to Mexico, Canada, the Caribbean, the Bahamas, Bermuda, by sea or by land, not by air. This means he's never without a passport. Likewise, when it's time to renew the passport card, he's got his passport book. I actually love this idea, so much so that I'm going to be doing it myself. Check for that video soon. So what's your most unexpected use for a passport card? Drop that in the comments below. And if you need more information about how passport cards work, check our link to our passport card video or check out our website, uspassportserviceguide.com. Link is in the description. Thanks a lot, guys, and safe travels.